So students, as we have discussed the detail about geostationary satellite, now we can list down the required conditions for the geostationary satellite. So there are 4 conditions. Like first condition is that the geostationary satellite should revolve in an orbit concentric and coplanar with the equatorial plane of the Earth. Second condition is direction of rotation should be from west to east, because Earth's rotation direction is also from west to east. Then the time period of revolution of it should match with the rotation time of Earth, that means 24 hours. And we have calculated the height also by putting the t value. So height of the geostationary satellite is nearly 36,000 km above the Earth's surface. So these are the required conditions for a geostationary satellite. Now we have this heading, use of geostationary satellite in global transmission. Okay students, it should be noticed first that satellites serve many purposes. Like they can be used to make star maps, they can take pictures of the planets, or they can be used as military or civilian Earth observation satellites, communication satellites, navigation or weather satellites, etc. So this geostationary satellite can serve the purpose of communication satellites. In establishing communication, this has a very important role. First of all, a communication satellite is what? It creates a communication channel between the source transmitter and receiver at different locations of Earth. Now, generally the communication is done with the high frequency signals, and these high frequency signals, they can communicate with each other directly through the line of sight. Now because the curvature of the Earth disturbs the line of sight communication between transmitter and receiver, so what we can do here, we can use the satellites for communication. So a geostationary satellite is the best here, because geostationary satellite always faces the same location of Earth. So whatever antenna we are establishing for the signal receiving or transmitting on Earth, this antenna will always aim at the satellite. This antenna do not have to move along or track the satellite. So geostationary is suitable for this purpose, and a minimum of 3 geostationary satellites are required to provide line of sight communication between any 2 points. So since a satellite has a coverage range, so suppose for this side of location, satellite S1 is established, so it has a coverage range. In the same manner, the second satellite also has a different coverage range, and third also having the coverage range. So these satellites can become the reflectors for the signal. Whatever signal is received by the satellite, it sends it back to the another satellite. Then that satellite establishes the communication with the third satellite, and this way the whole Earth can be covered. So these satellites basically relay the signal around the curve of Earth, thus making the communication possible between widely removed points of Earth. So this way the question is here that a minimum of 3 geostationary satellites are needed to establish the line of sight communication for the global transmission. So now we can read some uses of the geostationary satellites. So in communicating radio, TV, telephone signals across the world, these satellites act as reflectors for such signals. In collecting the data for the study of upper regions of the atmosphere, in forecasting weather, then exact shape and dimensions of Earth can also be surveyed through this geostationary satellite, in studying meteoroids and in studying solar radiations and cosmic rays. Just keep an idea about the uses of this satellite.